Hey guys, Southern Belle Latina coming at you with another episode of organization, I guess. So I don't know about you guys. My problem is that I am super busy. I have a ton to do, like probably most of you guys do, and just keeping it all together. And so we just finished a day of homeschooling, just finished my awesome salad that I couldn't quite eat all of. And so I thought I would sit down, and I really try to do this on Sundays, but I wanted to show you guys how I do my weekly planning, because if I don't do planning, I forget things all the time and stuff doesn't get done and I run out of time. So this is what I use. I also use my phone, because when I'm out and about with my phone, then I can check my calendar. But this way, it's just really easy to see on the kitchen counter. And also other people in my family can look and see what's going on for the week. So this is the calendar that I use. I actually got the idea of the calendar from Amy over at OCD Much. And hers actually looks different. It's really pretty with all these colors, but this is the one that I found. And it's the exact same one. It's by the same brand. It's Post-it, but it's just a different color. Sorry, that was my dog. I'm not sure what she's barking at. But anyway, what I love about this calendar is that it is broken up into weeks, or 1 week at a time, I should say. And over here on the side, you can make categories for whatever you want. So I know it looks like maybe a 30-day calendar, but it's not. This is for 1 week. So you can see the days of the week at the top, and you just fill in the dates and what you have going on. You can put whatever categories you want. This is what works for me. So whatever mom and dad have going on, what the kids have going on, the house and the pets, and then I do my menu planning at the bottom. This is actually last week's. And then over here, there's these great Post-it notes that you can make little notes on and stick them on as they go. So let me tell you how I do this. And I'll do another video on meal planning. I'm not going to get into that too much. So basically, I take out my phone and I look at my calendar. And then I see what we have going on this week. So, for example, last week on Monday nights, we have a group at church for married people. And so we do Bible study and just have fun and hang out. So that's what Monday was. And then I usually do a YouTube post. And then you can see, this is just for me, for us that's going on. So Wednesday, while my son is at school, we do homeschool 4 days a week, and then Wednesdays he goes to enrichment classes at the school, at his school. It's a charter school. And so while he's there, I do the grocery shopping and I run errands. So that's what I personally had to get done last week. Some days my weeks are much busier, but that was my week. And then on Sunday we have going to church. Okay, so this is the one that's usually the busiest. So for kids. Now, my little pink note right there, that's not for kids, but it was an empty square. They didn't have anything specific that day, and so I just put like my little to-do list. So I had to call GMC, I had to make some other phone calls, you know, just kind of my to-do for people to call. So I had scheduled for the Salvation Army to come to pick up our dining room table. Actually put that in the wrong place, so I had to move that down with the big old arrow. I put on here just everything my kids have going on. Piano lessons, conference with his teacher, math club, soccer game, Awana, everything that they have going on. And when it's completed or when it's done, I put a check mark next to it. That way I know, looking back on the week, at the end of the week, kind of, you know, what worked and what didn't. So we had Terminix come out last week to spray for spiders. Where we live, black widows are a big problem, so we had them come out. And then down here, I have my meal plan. So at church, when we go to the marriage group, we have, we all bring food. And so we usually just have something at church. And then these are the things that I had made last week. If I didn't get to make them, if something happened or comes up or whatever, I just put an X on it. But if I made it that night, I put a check. And the reason I do that is because, for example, let's say that I didn't make the salmon with rice. Then I know when I make next week, or I should say this week's plan, that I still have salmon in the freezer that I can use for a meal for the next week. You can see that on Thursday I was going to make a crock pot meal because my daughter has soccer on Thursday nights, and so it was it's easier to make a crock pot meal. But I didn't end up taking out something for the crock pot, so I just made arroz con carne that night. And then I was going to make black bean burgers for Friday, and you can see at the top I was going to make buns, homemade buns, and I just forgot to take out the black beans and forgot to put them on in the crock pot. So we ended up just making pasta with garlic bread. That happens sometimes. You know how it goes. So anyway, this is my week. This was my week last week. And so this week, what I'm going to do, take this off. So I just started planning for this week. I just started this a few minutes ago. So it's not all checked or anything like that. So I took out my phone and I looked at my calendar and I just put everything that's going on this week so far. I have not done my meal planning yet because I used to shop on Mondays, and so I would do all my meal planning on Sunday, but I switched it to Wednesdays now, and so now I have a couple of more days to finish the meal plan. So I haven't done that yet. But I just did exactly the same categories: mom and dad, kids, house and pets, in the menu. And you can just see kind of this is what's going on this week. Nothing too exciting, nothing too major so far. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. But that's basically it. So this is how I keep my kind of week at a glance going. It just works out for me. It just keeps me very, very organized. And if you've seen a previous video that I actually have a schedule for each part of the day that's broken down into a lot more detail. But this at least gives me a way to see at a glance what I've got going on. So I got the calendar at Target. It was $9.99, and somebody posted on another video that they had seen it for like $17.99 or $19.99 somewhere else. $9.99, you can't beat that. Like I said, it comes with these really cute little tabs. You can just tear off and put them wherever you need to. So this works really great for me and for my family. So I hope that's a good, helpful hint for you. Let me know if you use this or how you would use it differently. Don't forget to subscribe and to like the video, and we'll see you next time.